Welcome back everybody to another video on the channel. Thank you all so much for joining me here today on this banner tutorial video. If you guys do enjoy, then make sure to go down below, subscribe and turn on those post notifications so you never miss an upload on the channel. So based on how well the thumbnail video did and the Pixlr guide and all that kind of stuff, I thought that I would go ahead and make a banner tutorial for you guys, just hopefully helping some of you guys out if you maybe want to start a YouTube channel or you just want to make a banner for someone else or whatever reason you might have. I'm going to be showing you how to make a very clean, simple, and modern looking banner. Alrighty guys, let's get right into the video. Alrighty guys, so this is going to be a Photoshop tutorial, so if you don't have Photoshop, then there's lots and lots of other free editing softwares for photos that you can download, such as Pixlr, Paint.net, GIMP I think is another one. But besides this is going to be Photoshop, but you can follow along with a free photo editing software as well. So you want to go ahead and hit you want to open up a new canvas, name it whatever you want. I'm just going to name it YT Banner, just like this. Make sure these presets are the same as this. So the width is 2560. Make sure this is on pixels, 2560 height, width by 1440 height, resolution 300 pixels/inches, RGB color mode 8-bit, and then the background color should be white. Go ahead, create that. It should come up with a white canvas. Then the next thing you want to do is you want to go in here and you just want to look up YouTube banner template. And you want to click on this one. It's make sure it's 2560 by 1440p resolution down there, and then make sure to just right click and then make sure you click on it, right click, save as. So I've already done it, so go ahead and plop that right on in there. Make sure it is center aligned and all that stuff. There you go. So this is the first step right here, and then this is just going to make sure that you have your main desktop and mobile users can see everything, and then you got the tablet and the desktop TV, all that kind of stuff. So what's the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead, click on this tool, the rectangle tool, make sure there's a black kind of thing, make a new layer, and then go ahead and make two rectangles to cover the bottom two sections just like this. So you want to cover up the TV section because most TV users don't really need to see all that main stuff. So once you've gone ahead and done that, you want to lock these two layers down, just lock these down just like that. And then what I go ahead and do is I just want to group them together just to make sure that they don't move, and it's just easy assortment and better layer management. So we've gone ahead and done that. We can go ahead and delete this white background if you want, and make sure these black layers are always on the top so you have everything behind them. So the next thing you want to go ahead and do is you want to make another rectangle right in the middle, and you want to make it a white rectangle this time, and you want to put it in the middle just like this. And this will basically make it so you always have like a bright kind of vibrant color to the back. Well, not vibrant, but like a bright color to the back. So the next thing you want to do is you want to go ahead and get a background for you guys. I really like these cyberpunk wallpapers, just like this. These wallpapers, I feel like they look really good because they're not fully realistic, but they still look really, really nice. And make sure it's in 2560 by 1440 and not 1920 by 1080 because it will look stretched. So I've already gone ahead and picked out one just right here. Go ahead and place that on top, and that's why I say the black bars, you always want to have the black bars on top, so then you always just have it just like this. So make sure this is center aligned, all that kind of stuff. And then just find out what part of the city or whatever image you want. I'm going to have it just like this, so I can have some of the high-rise buildings and all that kind of stuff right there. That's where I say that you want to have the white background. You want to go ahead and change this to around 40%. Maybe not this one. This one can go maybe up to 60 to 50% probably. Yeah, I like 50%. Just play around with that just so it looks kind of see-through, but it still looks nice. Alright guys, so this is where you're gonna want to go ahead. You want to go ahead and look up blurred light wallpaper. Now when you look up blurred light wallpaper, it's basically a wallpaper and all the light in the actual wallpaper in the picture is going to be blurred out. So the one I've gone ahead and chosen is this one, just because I like there's a lot of blurred action in the middle right here, but any of these really could work. Make sure it's big enough though. I'd say 1920 to 2560 by 1440 is definitely necessary. I've gone ahead and downloaded this right now, so there you go. Go ahead and back into Photoshop just like this, and then what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and you just want to drag this over the top of the whole entire thing. So this should be your top layer right now, and you just want to go ahead and drag it right on top, and then based on how big it is, just go ahead, drag it out a little bit, just like so. Now go ahead and get the majority of the blurring into the middle, so right there, that's what I like, just right there. Now go ahead and turn this opacity down. I have mine usually around 15%, maybe a bit more, 15 to 20% is what I would say. I'm going to go ahead and go with 15, just like that. And as you can see, it kind of adds like a little bit of texture to the back of the photo, just like this. I'm going to go ahead and raise this up a little bit as well. 60 looks good. Alrighty, so now that you've gone ahead and done that, you've gone ahead and made the base and the background a little bit. And what I recommend you do to the to this background right here is go ahead, go up to filter on the top, and then go to blur, and then go ahead and Gaussian blur, and put that around like 5. If you put it at 5, you know, it kind of blurs it out, but it's still visible, and you can still see everything behind it and all that kind of stuff. So what you can do now is just go ahead. That's the go ahead and blur this. Not blur it, sorry. Okay, what am I doing? Go ahead and group these together, and I'm just going to name it base banner. There you go. So this is going to be your base banner. This basically makes it easy to check if your stuff is in line or not. Just quickly toggle that back and forwards. So now this is where you're going to go ahead and you want to add your text, and you're going to start adding the socials and all the information within the banner. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off just for easy access. I'm going to go ahead and make a text layer, and the font that I'm using is called Voice in My Head. If you want to download custom fonts, just go ahead and go to thefont.com. I will leave a link in the description for you guys down below. Thefont.com has a bunch of free fonts that you can download, and to download it, just click download, and then it'll bring up a file on your computer that you can then go ahead and install the font. So, as I said, the Voice in My Head is what I'm going to be using for my text. So, based on how clean you want it to look, is bigger or smaller, how big or how small you want your text to be. Usually, if I want it to be big and bold, I'll go up to like 75 to 100, but for this tutorial, I'm going to use 50 for my base. Maybe in smaller, actually. I'm gonna use smaller than that. I'm gonna go halve it and go to 25 because my name is quite long. And there you go. So now that you've gone ahead and done that, I always do a black font, and make sure it's aligned to the center of your screen both ways. And that's how you know if you're moving it around like this, you want to have it so it's equal in the middle and vertically, just like that. There you go. So now that you've had your base font in, just toggle this back on, see if it looks centered. Yep, it does. Alright, looking good, looking good. Now what I recommend you do is you want to go ahead and make a new layer. Go down to the rectangle tool, hold left click, and then go to polygon tool, and then where it says size up here, it'll be defaulted to 5, and then that will make a polygon just like that. What I do is I change it to 3, and this will make a triangle. So what I go ahead and do is I want to make a large triangle about that big or so. Then hold down Command or Control minus on PC to go ahead and zoom out a little bit. And now I just go ahead and add a white, just like that. Gonna go ahead and put the black bars. Oops, didn't mean to do that. There you go. Put the black bars just like that, and then toggle that back on just to make sure it looks alright. Alright, we're gonna need to move this over just a little bit. If you want to transform it around a little bit, just go ahead and do Control T, just like so. Alright, that looks good. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna add it just like that. Alright, there we go. So, now just make sure that looks alright, looking good, looking good. Alright, we're gonna go back to zoom in again. Alright, so now what this is going to do is we're going to have this as where we're going to have all our socials and all our information, and we're going to have it in this white area just so it kind of pops. So what you're going to want to go do is you want to go on to Google Chrome again, or whatever browser you're using, and look up black and white PNG Instagram logo. And it'll show up with an Instagram logo. You can choose any of these. Just make sure it's transparent or PNG. I'm using this one right here. There we go, just like this. Back out of that. As you guys can see, we've got that. Go ahead, plop it right on in there. If it's too big, hold shift, and then that'll scale it down in proportion for you guys. You want to have this pretty small, I would say. You want to have it pretty small, so you can really use space well. What are we looking at here? How's it looking? Alright, so we've got plenty of space. You just want to make sure that all of your information is within this first box. Yeah, so that's what I'm just keep double checking for. So now that you've gone ahead and done that, go back to your text tool again, add a new layer, and then just put in your Instagram. I recommend put that down to like 10, make it very small. So this is going to be my plug. I'm just going to follow my Instagram, my official Toxic Rooster Instagram page. There we go. Go ahead, put that just right there. In fact, I'm actually even going to make that a bit smaller. I'm going to make that smaller actually. It's too big. So, there we go. I'm going to make that down to like a 7, just like that. And then there we'll go. Off_toxic. Off official Toxic Rooster. There you go. And now that's what we're going to do, just like that. And now whatever other social you want to plug in as well, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add my Twitch black and white logo. PNG. Alright, there we go. So, the problem was it wasn't rasterized. There you go, just Control T again and scale that down so it's nice and small again. Just like that. We're gonna go ahead and add that right on up there. So, yeah, alright, that looks good. So go back down to your text tool again. And then just type in your name again. So mine is Toxic Rooster _420. Oops. Just like that. Alright, there you go. And there you go. So this is going to be the base thing. But before we do go, I actually want to add one more thing. And that's going to be going ahead and adding a brush tool. So what you want to go do is go up here, have it size 3 to 400, hardness 0%. Make sure it's at 0, and if it's not, then make sure it is at 0, so it will look ugly and it won't look good. So then go ahead, choose a color. I'm going to go ahead, use this bluish kind of color, and then kind of just make a new layer, make sure it's underneath the, I'd go ahead, make it under the black bars, and then just go around the sides, and the bottom of the banner, just like this. And it kind of just adds a nice glow around the sides of the banner. And then that's it, guys. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, make sure to go down below, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications down below. And thank you guys. Go ahead, use this tutorial to make your own banner and all sorts, or just copy this banner down for your own channel. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it from me. Thank you all so much for joining me on this video today, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.